I asked people at the European Pokémon Championships in London for their favourite Pokémon, and I'll be using them to beat Pokémon Fire Red. In this run I'll be adhering to gym leader level caps, playing on set mode with no items in battle, just held items. But this isn't a Nuzlocke, it's just to make things more difficult. Like and subscribe so that I can feed my family after an expensive trip to London.
I'm here on the scene.
I called myself my favourite YouTuber, because I obviously am, and my rival is Mr. Beast, because we are so close to passing him in subscribers, you know what to do, press the button. And here's where I get to my first Pokemon, and let's see which one I get.
Hello guys, sorry, I've just got a microphone. I'm just asking people, like, what is their favourite Pokemon between Gen 1 and 3? So 1, 2 and 3? Bulbasaur. Oh, that is fantastic, guys. Thank you very much.
It's called distance, because the guy who told me Bulbasaur was very, very far away for some reason, like at the other end of a table. My favourite Gen 1 starter, and it's number 1 for a reason. We beat Mr. Beast, and he gave me some money.
I gave Super E123 500 Pokédollars.
This shell bowl on the floor reminds me of randomised items as well, because I thought it would be funny. And I can also get my next Pokemon before facing the first gym. Let's see what we get from the Viridian Forest.
On now. Are you able to tell me any Pokemon from between generations 1 and 3? Anyone at all?
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Fair enough. That works. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This was the very first person I spoke to, so I finally beat the autism. I didn't even need to get to the level cap for this first gym because Bulbasaur stretched some vines from a considerable distance and swept Brock for the first badge. Going through Mount Moon gets us some cool items like PP Up and the TM for Earthquake. I sure do hope I get something that learns Earthquake. I also evolved Bulbasaur while battling in Mount Moon. Only joking, the guy said that Bulbasaur was his favourite, not Ivysaur, meaning I have to keep Bulbasaur throughout the whole game, and this goes for the Pikachu as well. I picked up a fossil and caught a Sparrow for the HM Legend of Chiding later on, and went to battle Misty with an electric and a grass type, hitting 2 Vine Whips and Starmie after missing 2 Sleep Powders, but still winning, and then learning Razor Leaf, but still winning under the level cap yet again. On the way to visit Bill, we beat Mr. Beast again and catch the next team member. Well, it's pre-evolved form. Let's see what we could get in the future.
Oh, hello guys. Sorry, I've just got a microphone. I'm just asking people, like, what is their favourite Pokemon between Gen 1 and 3? So 1, 2 and 3. Gardevoir. That's a good one.
Their favourite Pokemon is Gardevoir, and no, it wasn't a sweaty, creepy gamer with a figurine in a jar. I named this Ralts Frisbee because it looks like someone threw a frisbee that got stuck in its head. The best part is I can evolve this Pokemon, and I also saved Bill from his own furry and jar-based hijinks, getting Chiding and the best ever items in the bins of the SSN. Remember kids, always go through the bins in random places. I beat the rival for another time, and can't even use the Thunderstone I found earlier, meaning that the Lieutenant Surge battle is just like the anime with Pikachu vs Raichu, especially since Curlier couldn't set up properly and Bulbasaur was just not very helpful. Despite the double teams from Raichu, Pikachu wins the battle of the anime. Art imitates life. Okay, so it's a long road to the next gym battle, but we do have some Pokemon we can catch before we leave Rock Tunnel, so that made me want to keep pushing onwards. Pikachu learned Thunderbolt at level 26, which is also a great move. And now we've reached Celadon, and I can catch something new which is west of the city, that I had to put in the game myself. Let's find out what it is.
Gen 1 and 3. So 1, 2 and 3.
3, isn't it?
2.
Gen 2.
But that
yeah,
works.
Bayleaf.
That works.
Bayleaf.
I ended up having to catch the pre-evolved form in a Master Ball since I ran out of Pokeballs, aptly naming it the Master. We've got a very Ash Ketchum coded team going on here. Maybe the anime has influenced people's favourite Pokemon? My concern with the grass gym was that we had nothing really stand out to deal with it, with Curlier being our best option with the Psychic TM. It was an alright battle, we managed to get quite a few critical hits and win our badge, with Curlier hitting level 30, and we now have a Gardevoir. A massive leap in the level cap and going back to Lavender Town to clear out the tower and catch our final 2 team members. Let's introduce them.
Oh, excuse me guys. Just a quick question. I'm just doing a little voice recording. I'm asking people like what their favourite Pokemon between Generation 1 and 3 is. Are you able to give me an
Gengar.
Gengar. That's a very good
choice.
That's a very solid choice. Thank you so much.
Because happy with my leg.
Oh, very nice. I mean, your jeans look.
I can show you a photo if you want.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
a photo.
cool,
I thought you were just going to whip your trousers off. I'm like, don't do that here, please.
It's not that.
Obviously for this I caught Ghastly first because it's easier to find. And the next team member is, drumroll! I smacked the table then, I don't know if you heard it.
Chimecho. That is Chimecho? Chimecho, yes. Okay, that's a very good choice as well.
Also during this section I changed my emulator settings to make the footage look a bit better in my opinion. It certainly isn't as bright on my eyes. While doing some battles, the window does go a bit crazy here because my daughter loves to attack my keyboard. You try making videos with a toddler running around. I was also using some funny rare candies to make my levels go up faster because I want this video uploaded before the turn of the millennium. It will also make the game harder due to the lack of EVs that we're gaining. Ghastly evolved into Haunter. Haunter? I hardly know her. Which then evolves into Gengar, giving me my full team. I really hope some of the people I spoke to remember me and find this video. If you're one of these people and remember some guy coming up to you asking you for your favourite Pokemon for some reason, do leave a comment. We do the rival battle in Silphco, which went pretty decently, but Giovanni I actually struggled to due to my lack of beefed up stats. And also because I didn't heal up, because normally he's a pushover. But who will be a pushover is Koga. We have 2 psychic types, but only Gardevoir does the job in short order. It's time to battle Sabrina and move off this level cap. And with Sabrina, I used Gengar, despite its weakness to psychic moves. I sent in Gardevoir to try and beat the Venom off, and almost, as the TikTok kids say, unalived itself with the confusion status. But we end up winning, with Gengar and Gardevoir being a kick-ass team in this part of the game, looking like the blue and red mystery dungeon, but without the rest of Team Meanies. But Koga could have had Ekans, and Sabrina could have had Medicham, so it's kind of like an alpha Team Meanies. Let's just move on, I'm just rambling now. Blaine is up next in this boss rush, and with no water type on the team, this won't be plain sailing, because we have to use Surf to get to Cinnabar. I'll stop with the terrible jokes now. Bulbasaur and Bayleaf won't be too helpful here with the type disadvantage, but Gengar did decently enough, but did get taken out by a bite from a very confused Arcanine, with Gardevoir cleaning up afterwards, like most gyms recently, taking us to the final gym of the game. And much like the first gym, with the last one we are going in below the level cap, as this one will be just as easy. Giovanni is defeated, and we can get the final gym badge. It was not really a whole lot to say during this battle, I'm just waffling on so the footage doesn't go by too fast. But now it's time for a difficult part of the game, the pre-Elite Four rival, and I was struggling with this one, I can't even lie. This was a very bad time to have no EVs pretty much. Remember to train your Pokemon rather than pump performance enhancers into them. I got to the rivals level cap of 53 and eventually won, and this finally led me through Victory Road and to the final 5 battles of the game. How will this ragtag team of favourites do? Let's find out. Our level cap going in is level 60, and here's our team. Aside from the lack of defense due to having very few fully evolved Pokemon, I think it's a really strong team, and I'm going to try and beat them all without using any healing items, but the ones that I've picked up during the journey. Which isn't many since items were randomised, so it makes it a bigger challenge than normal, so let's get into this. Starting with the Lorelei battle, and I used Pikachu for the main part to dispose of her early mons like Dugong, and when Pikachu finally fainted, I just had to think hard for the future members of the team like Jinx and Lapras, who are pretty tricky in their own right, but we did manage to get past them. And then there's Bruno, who is in the background. He wasn't very much trouble at all because of Gardevoir. Gardevoir is just optimised for this battle. Well, not fully, since he has 2 Onix, but their special defences are so low that I don't think Gardevoir even cares. He's pretty much using 5 fighting types anyway with their low special defense. Aga for battle time, and I'm slowly running out of team members since I didn't have any revives to use for this battle, meaning that we have a few fallen and injured soldiers. Gengar was there to take out a lot of the team, but with Gardevoir in reserve and using Calm Mind sweeping methods, we have a chance to face Lance before the final challenge of the rival, if we even get there that is. And since the Agatha battle went so well, let's do the Calm Mind strat again, which worked a charm. Gardevoir striking fear into the hearts of dragon types before it even got the fairy typing. This is generational foreshadowing. It's time to face the rival, Mr. Beast! And I started with Gengar because I'm silly, but used Confuse Ray and then immediately sent in Gardevoir to get a Calm Mind boost up, with the alternation between Hypnosis and hoping Pidgeot stays confused. And then, the sweep started. But Gardevoir isn't the fastest, so we did have some scares against the Charizard, but survived in the very low yellow. Alakazam did nothing to us with the boost to our special defense, and Exeggutor may have knocked God of War out, but we still have Gengar in supply, and we have done it. 2 Pokemon left surviving, and we have beaten the game with a bunch of random people's favourite Pokemon. I still have no idea what to title this video. And actually beating the game with the random supplies which the game gave me was also really cool, but this was a really fun challenge. But the most challenging part of it was going up to random people and asking them a simple question. It's a massive surprise how I'm even married in the first place if I can't even ask Pokemon fans what their favourite Pokemon is. This is just the levels of autism that we're dealing with here, guys. I hope you did enjoy that video. Sorry for the lack of uploads, la-di-da-di-da, you know the drill by now. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, check the membership stuff down below. There's some cool perks there, and your name could be read out at the end of the video, like right now. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all next time.